Hello and welcome back to the Babenbergs. I'd like to start by thanking you all for your suggestions for our new accolade. There were a lot of really cool ones, and one that caught my eye was the Noble Gamesman. And the reason why this caught my eye is because the suggestion was that, obviously, you play games with dice and you hunt game. Seemed pretty cool. It seemed like it was mixing the two things pretty well. There is something in the UK called a gamekeeper. So, what I've decided to do is I've decided to go for the Noble Gamekeeper. And the reason is that a gamekeeper is somebody who manages an area of the countryside to make sure there is enough game for hunting and acts as a guide to those pursuing them. Which works pretty well here because this one also means that you or your primary heir may gain the hunter trait. It's effectively what they're doing, and it fits pretty well because it's got the game part in it as well. So thank you very much. We'll probably do that for the other ones as well when we eventually get access to them, and we'll work out what kind of stuff we want to have in each of these. But for now, we have our Noble Gamekeeper, and we are now pretty much preparing to die. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to put a different spin on it, but our health is poor, we're infirm, we're 61 years old. Like, our character should be dead. Really, I'm not entirely sure why they're not, so I guess I'll unpause. I mean, I'm not even going to get rid of our stuff that we're over here. Like, we're over on domain, but, like, does it matter that we're over on our domain? We're going to die soon, and then all of that land's going to be spread out, so I guess I'm just going to unpause. Someone else? My wife, Duchess Ermeltrude, is once again absent from our chamber as night falls. She has been distant lately, lost in thought and rarely seen at court. Am I not to her satisfaction? Is she simply busy, or could she be warming someone else's bed? Our lover-turned-wife is cheating on us? Oh no. Wait, she doesn't even like us. Due to the aged cheese. And the fact that we exposed her secrets. Yeah, okay, I mean that's kind of fair. Oh, okay. Do you have another, Ermeltrude? The Hunter's Art. To blindly chase a wild creature, launching arrow after arrow or spurring ever harder. Futile laughs mere Aribo of Friesling, my renowned knight. Beasts can be cunning. They scent the stalker on approach, scatter before the hunting pack, and turn violent when cornered. Bring down quarries means knowing them and the wilderness well, and, once the horn sounded, never relenting. The most skilled of hunters is Aribo. In his company, my grandson Otto is coming to know the ways of God's creatures, and the ways of outwitting them. To the chase, he has gained the hunter trait. Fantastic! That's just really good, honestly. Someone else. How can you even say such a thing, Otto? I would never take a lover. Duchess Ermeltrude seems genuinely upset as she denies my accusations. I have little choice but to take her word. Is there anything in here that would mean that we'd naturally get that event? I don't think so, right? Yeah, we haven't got paranoid or anything. I mean, I guess there's a chance the event turns up anyway, but I'm fairly certain that it mostly turns up if they're actually cheating on you. Anyway. Might be something to do with infirm or something. I don't know what the conditions are. Juta's first steps. I hear a commotion from my daughter Juta's chambers. Hastening inside, I see the wet nurse, Heike, is playing with Juta. My liege, perfect timing. Juta just took her first step, she shouts excitedly. Holding my girl's hand, she tries to walk her around the room. Okay. Well, I can say a giant step for a child, a small step for a ruler. What else can she do? Or I don't have time for this. Let's just say a giant step for a child, a small step for a ruler. We'll be positive. Yeah. Tutor is educating our children, that's good. Your liege, Kaiser Heinrich, has passed the limited crown authority law, so he's raised crown authority. This means he can now revoke titles and he can retract vassals. Okay. It's not that big a deal, basically, for us. It means that we don't like him as much, but doesn't really matter. I mean, we can have a look at what level 1 allows you to do, but essentially it just means that our opinion of him is higher, but that doesn't matter. So, yeah. That's fine. The end of passion. My treasure, this just isn't working anymore. My lover, Duchess Ermeltrud, pulls away from me. The dwindling spark between us. And to think you would murder is all too much. You knew we were a murderer when we got together. Okay, I can say I agree it's time for us to go our separate ways, or I can say, but remember all the good times. Maybe we distance ourselves from our wife here. Let's go with that. Okay. Keep going. And cisalpine boils are spreading. Ah, so those are down there. Verona. Nothing we really need to worry about. My son falls ill? You got measles? Oh my... I know why he got measles. Okay, so this is the exact problem I was talking about last time. So you know how we left him halfway through the travel? Where did we leave him? We left him in Cremona. Where is Cremona? Oh, it's where the disease is. You see, because he's not home, he is currently over here, and he gets diseased from a disease that doesn't affect our region. Yeah, that's the problem. Basically, because he's not physically here, he gets all the events that happen over here instead. It's just terrible. I don't know why the game lets characters get into that state. It's just weird. Anyway, Theodelinda is going to marry this person. There was a suggestion that the game would still let us carry on, even if we didn't have an actual heir of our dynasty. I'm not 100% sure that it would, but either way, we've already agreed to do the matrilineal marriage, so we're going to do it now just so that things are secure. Apparently, it might let you play as other people of your dynasty. It's obviously that'll be a change that came in when the choose your destiny option came in, I assume, but I'm not entirely sure and I don't want to test it, so we'll just send through the matrilineal marriage. No real harm to it anyway. Right, that's fine. And we will continue chilling. My daughter-in-law, Adelheid, has given birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the Loop-holding dynasty, she should be blessed with a good name. So this is Bernard's daughter. Alright. Hildegard sounds fine. Yeah, no problem. Juta's first words. Hurry, my liege, you have to hear this. The wet nurse, Heike, rushes me into my daughter's chamber. Heike points at Juta in excitement, so I lean towards her and listen. Juta offers me a drooly coin and says, Gold! How delightful, I can get some money. What else can she say, or I don't have time for this? I'll say, how delightful. Also, did you notice that, I think it's, two of the, well, let me go down here. Yeah, you have another sibling. I hadn't noticed that before. You have another sibling in here. Because your mother has had another child. I was just thinking that because we had a bastard child and all this connected in my head. Yeah. He has another sibling because she remarried. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, just thought I'd mention it while we were here. Right. We finished the moat building and my son has recovered from measles. That's good. So we finished the moat in Dornberg, so that's a new castle for us. Okay. I don't know what we're going to call Dornberg. Although it is interesting that this is Ottoberg and this one defaulted to Dornberg. I don't know if I should rename everything to Ottoberg, but let's not worry about it. Let's keep it as it is, because that matches Rothenburg. I'm just wondering what caused this one to have a different one, or a different name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Unpause. We do have 400 gold. We should maybe do some building. That's probably worth doing. Yeah, that will re-enable in 12 months. The reason it hasn't is because now we're over our domain limit, which is fine. Let's go to Ottoberg. Let's see what we could build in Ottoberg. Yeah, realistically, Ottoberg's going to be our capital, and it's not going to be a good place to hold hunts. So we shouldn't... I'm just thinking, if we want to try and optimize what individual holdings are going to do, this is probably not going to be the place where we want to have hunting grounds. Grand tournaments in our capital are probably good. Yeah. Maybe we want to optimize our capital for grand tournaments. Potentially. Or we just optimize it for feast and keep doing this. Which is probably good. What do these ones give you? Do any discount on anything? No, they're just kind of a building. This one's just kind of a building. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we could keep going into feasts and just keep trying to... Does the discount reduce at all? No, it's the same amount all the way through. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So, again, just trying to figure out what we actually want to do in here. I guess castle walls are probably sensible to have in general. So we might keep those. I usually get rid of these eventually, but I guess that's when we're large enough that this is in the center of our realm, so it doesn't really matter. That's kind of as high as we want it. Cattle pastures, I guess we can keep. I guess hospices make sense for our capital. Yeah. If we're only going to be holding feasts here, I guess hospices make sense. But holding grand tournaments is also nice. I guess we could set up our second one. Like, we could set up Dornberg to hold grand tournaments, and then the bonus will still apply to our capital our capital county. Yeah, I guess that could make sense. Let's go hospices here. Then in this one, I'm going to go for... yeah, let's just reduce the cost of grand tournaments by 10%. Now, is that only at the first rank? And then, yeah, it's the same for the rest of them. Okay, cool. Let's buy that. Yeah, just a little bit of good use of our money. Let's also have a look in here. I'm assuming... Oh, in here. I'm assuming the reason we can't do hunts is because we're currently infirm. Yeah, I'm infirm, so I can't do any of these. Yeah, I guess I could hold a feast if I really wanted to, but no, I'm not that worried about it right now. Okay. Hey, development just went up in Ottoberg, though. That's nice. Oh, Mayor Berthold is dead. Ah, yeah, we killed him. Yeah, so we can remove him off the list. That's fine. So our development's now 15 here. Oh, somebody did go and have a look. I don't know if I mentioned this, but they did say that the tax went up by 0.5, or like went up by an amount when the development went up, even though it didn't change the actual number here. So yeah, it looks like this number is fake. For some reason, levies, the percentage on levies is done to 1 decimal place, while taxes is only done to like a whole number for whatever reason. I wanted to have a look at the development map mode, just see how 15 was in comparison to around here. It's like a little higher, but like not a lot higher than like directly around us. You can see it's kind of a little higher, but it's obviously not like insane like Rome or like Constantinople or like Versailles. Yeah, well, actually, Versailles is not that high. Yeah, it's only 23. It looks a lot brighter. I guess it's not quite as bright. Cordoba. Yeah. But it's definitely not as low as over here where you've got no development whatsoever. That got even like further down with nomads, where I think they actively like remove development from holdings. Anyway, that's fine. Tutor is educating our child. It's all okay. You've instilled a virtue on Katharina. She is now honest. Nice. Cool. New intrigue lifestyle perk. Alright. What is it? Probably a job done right makes it easier to do schemes if we want to. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to have a look at Steiermark and see whether they've had a child yet. Count Heinrich would like a marriage between Alitha von Nordheim and Ludolf von Babenberg. So Ludolf is Arnold's child. So that won't get us an alliance. I mean, the marriage isn't terrible, right? Like, it's not bad. We really have nothing against Count Heinrich except for the fact that we took his title. I don't see a reason to say no, honestly, to this, so I'm going to say yes. You can be added to the list of people who I sort of care about. Sure. I mean, I guess that seems fine. He's kind of a grandson who's not really in line to any power. Might as well marry him off to somebody of a good noble standing and just move on with our lives. Juta's first teething. With my leave, my daughter Juta and her wet nurse parade into my chamber. Heike poses like a herald and proclaims, "My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Juta has a mighty gift to offer you." She nudges her forward. "Go ahead, Juta, tell him." "Father, I lost a tooth." My daughter proudly presents her toothless smile, handing me a pouch with the fallen tooth inside. Say lovely, but keep your tooth as a good charm. A gift befits a gift, or I don't have time for this. I'm going to say lovely, but keep your tooth as a good charm. Wonderful. Okay. Also, I'm noticing a lot of people aren't liking me right now. I suppose we've done a lot of things that would make people not like us. Oh, steer mark. Yes, I wanted to have a look at this. Oh, also, we've now finished getting control in Schomberg, which now means it's got absolute control, so we're getting more levies and taxes. Great. Yeah, you can probably stay on Organized Army, but Train Commanders is pretty good as well. Yeah, maybe go to Train Commanders. This one gives us a chance of commanders gaining bonuses and our knights just generally improving. It's probably the best one of these, just in general, so that's fine. Okay. Steermark. You have 2 children. Fantastic news. It is time for you to be extremely murdered. This means that your daughter will be in charge. You have 2 daughters, which is even better, which means even if they're not children, we can press our daughter-in-law's claim. So I would love to murder you. If we can do that before we die, that would be even better. Right. 28's the best I got here. These are both just assassins. What's the best after 28? Down to 17. So I think I'm probably going to try and get this person in here. Let's give you a bribe. Let's get the 28 in here as well. Okay, Infiltrator. Best we get for free is 17. 17 versus 20. I'll take that. Best we get for free is 17. Wait, what's the... yeah, 17 versus 19. We'll take it. It's okay. Alibi. 11 or 21. Really, we want this to fire before we... yeah, we want this to fire before the 6 months of grace. So we'll do that. Although we start at minus 58%. I hadn't realized that. You're going to help. So that pushes us up to minus 46%. Maybe I do need a better alibi. 21 is the best. But you're 11. What do you need, liege? A hefty bribe? Need a hook, probably, right? Yeah, you need a hook on me. How about you, my cousin, Count Conrad of Bohemia? A hefty bribe and prestige? How about just a bribe and prestige? Oh, just my prestige, actually. Okay. Well, we'll take that. So it puts us up to 40% secrecy. Well, you know, it's the best we got. Basically, we just gotta hope we get an event that, you know, increases the chance that we, kill him. I mean, at least number of days isn't that many, right? 68 days per phase. That's still quite a lot, actually. Crusader Kings. Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse, and their routes are fraught with danger. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christ and the faithful, His Holiness Pope Anastasius has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. Deus Vult. Okay. So, what triggered that? Because it's usually not them holding this land here. Also, Persian Empire going strong. This is what triggered it. Coptic. Yep. That's what triggered it, I think. I think it's, yeah. Usually it's, a non-Catholic religion in Catholic lands. It could be this one as well. That's Christian faith. I guess it could still trigger it. This one as well, maybe? Yeah, unreformed Slavic faith moving in. But that might already have been there at the game start. But yeah, usually it's something like that that triggers it rather than Jerusalem. But anyway. My son Otto can marry the person he's betrothed to. Yeah, it seems reasonable. Okay. That's all fine. Back up here. Yep. Back to Bavaria. And back to being unpaused. Oh, is he... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, is he set up to stop murders? I think he was, but it doesn't matter because the scheme is over. Duke Otto III, at 63 years of age, has died. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, at 63 years of age has died after 29 years in charge. He succumbed to a fatal apoplexy. He was the cultural head, was dreaded, was distinguished, was dutiful, had the lifestyle of intrigue and finished the overseer perk, fought in 7 wars, 5 offensive, 2 defensive, and hosted 3 activities, 2 hunts and a feast. Also tended 7 activities, 2 coronations, 2 hunts, 2 grand tournaments, and a feast. We are now playing as Otto IV. Otto IV has Bavaria, he has Ottoberg, and he has Dornberg. Because these are part of the same holding, they cannot be split up. Titles lost on succession. Eckhard has got Rothenburg. Bernard has got Gessenhausen. Arnold has got München. And Bruno has got Schaumburg. Here's our lineage. Otto III to Otto IV. And now we will continue as Otto IV. Right. And we acquired a bunch of artifacts. And we got a new realm priest. And we lost some people for different positions. Alright. That's fine. These are all equipped. Do I want the aged cheese equipped? Probably not. I probably want the attraction bonus. So yeah, these are my uncles now who hold, or like most of my vassals, right? Yeah. Well, you aren't, no. So if you, yeah, there you go, my uncles. You quite like me. Why? Both hunters, both content. Okay. Virtues, all sorts of nice things. Oh, content gives even more up here as well. You don't like us very much. Generous versus greedy. You're kind of neutral-ish. Yeah. And then you quite like us due to content, humble, and trusting. Also content bonuses. Cool. Alright. It's fine. We're a hunter. We're a traveler. We're stupid. And we're great eminent. So we have a lot of diplomacy. That's kind of like our main thing. We have a lot of diplomacy, not a lot of everything else. Okay. Let's have a look in here and see what we got. So we're currently taking the diplomacy lifestyle. We got firm hand, which gives you prestige per dread, knight effectiveness per dread. Nice. And then prestige per knight. Okay, so this is garbage. That is what we have here. This is nothing. That's good. Okay. We need to think of a path forward for this guy. Let's just start with the things that aren't going to change no matter what our decisions are. So, no matter what our decisions are, we need to put people in to be our Chancellor, Steward, Marshal, and Spymaster. Let's do Spymaster first. It has a very limited selection of people who could be our Spymaster. If it's going to be a powerful vassal, it can't be Chad. Because Chad hates us, because he hated our predecessor. Why did Chad hate our predecessor? Not sure. Maybe murdered a close family or something? Heinrich, we get 40 a pit. Like, you know, he's just bad at the job. Okay, my Spymaster just has to be somebody who isn't powerful. Which actually, looking at that means we're looking down here. Could be my player heir and sister. But I think, realistically, it's probably going to be our Uncle Arnold or Bernard. Let's put in Bernard for now. And he's going to disrupt schemes against us. Our Chancellor? In terms of powerful vassals, don't really have anybody who's good. I do have an obvious choice for Steward, though. That's going to be Chad. He's got 20 stewardship. He is the obvious choice. He's powerful, 20 stewardship. There. Chancellor, you've only got 4 opinion. What's the best? 11. Wow, our Chancellor options are terrible. I guess my Uncle Bernard is going to take that position then? Oh my god. Never mind. Well, yeah, I guess he's going to take that position and I'm going to put in Arnold as my Spymaster then. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, and I think I'm probably gonna put you on domestic affairs for now. And then our marshal is gonna be this person who's a powerful vassal. Are you really a powerful vassal, though? Really? You hold a city. You're probably, like, more of a powerful vassal. I'm gonna put you in here. Right, there is a chance he kills my commanders, though. But hopefully he doesn't. Yeah. We have a wife who is currently assisting ruler. She gives us 1 to 4 of our stats and 3 to learning. Could potentially push up some others, don't necessarily need to. Okay. The noble gamekeeper needs a worthy successor. Let's have a look here. Do we have anyone who's a worthy successor? We have people who could be. Does not serve as a knight. Who's currently a knight then? We currently have Werner. I didn't realize. Oh, we had a succession, so now we have stalwart on this. What happened to the previous person? He's no longer our vassal. He's now a vassal of Eckhard. Okay, so Werner is now in charge of this. So realistically, what we want to do is we want to make Odello a knight. That would be our ideal solution to this problem. So we probably want to hold a hunt. Okay, cool. We can negotiate 4 alliances. Now, these are all with our uncles. If we negotiate alliances, the main thing that it stops them from doing is joining factions against us. Oh, he's 15. That's why he can't join a faction. Sorry, his face doesn't necessarily look 15. He kind of looks... I guess it's kind of like he either looks 15 or he looks like 90. Anyway, he's got like... I don't know. Such a gormless look in his eyes. Yeah, anyway, got distracted by that. So yeah, we could make these guys our allies if we wanted to. That would be an acceptable thing to do right now. And it would mean that we'd have no internal wars. However, I think it might make people unlikely to want to marry into our close family to get alliances because we'd have too many alliances. It also means that I cannot act against them. Oh, I didn't mean to click it away. Refresh. But like, if I had an alliance, I could not then, say, try and revoke their titles. But... 1, I don't have a high enough crown authority to currently revoke their titles. I could fix that for like a bit of prestige, but that's not, not the point. I currently don't have this. And then the second thing is I can only hold 3 titles, so like I'm only going to revoke 1. Yeah, they're mostly into these alliances. I think I take him. I think I take the 4 alliances. I think it's sensible. Yeah, means that there's no chance of internal revolts. I think that's our easiest thing. We can pardon Ermeltrude, who's a fornicator and excommunicated, and she was the lover of our... Yes, of our father, and previous wife of our father. Okay. I'm not going to do that. These are technically my aunts. Interesting. I'm probably going to ask them to take the vows, but I'm just going to... Oh, you're already marked. Or, oh, you're not pinned. There we go. Let's pin. Right. Player heir is Theodelinda, as we expected. Who's our secondary heir? Goes to Eckhard. Okay. That's fine. Anything in here we need to fill in? Personal physician is fine. Caravan master is fine. That is our mother. We ideally... Oh, interesting. It's interesting that it lets us click the declare war thing, but obviously we cannot declare war. But yeah, that's because our mother's claim, I think, is something that allows us to declare Casus Belli, but because it's not currently valid, it doesn't show up. That's weird. Anyway. Yeah, we probably still want to murder him. Because if we can murder him and put our mother in charge, then we're in line for Steiermark. Unfortunately, murdering him is going to be a lot more difficult than it should be. there is a chance, because he's a kinslayer, that he gets excommunicated and killed by Kaiser Heinrich, but he is also stronger than us, which is a major problem. Oh no, wait a second. He's defending against Margrave Leopold II of Austria in the Austrian claim for the Margraveship of Steiermark. Ah, which he is winning, to be fair, but if he loses that war, then Austria holds Steiermark and it becomes a lot more difficult for us to get it. Yeah, we really want Steiermark to win that war. Yeah, we have no military strength at all. We should maybe work on that. Yeah, maybe that's something we should work on a little bit. Why do you have so much strength? Mercenaries, and then you just have a lot of men at arms. Oh, alright then. That's fine. That's all okay. Lifestyle. We could potentially go wandering. The bonus of wandering is that the earlier you take it, the more bonuses you get from it. So you would take something like wandering, and then you would try and go somewhere really far away, and then come back and get all of the lifestyle experience, thereby boosting up your character that way. The other option is we go diplomacy. What would we want in diplomacy? I would want defensive negotiations, because then I can get an alliance, and I can get alliance with somebody who can help me beat up Steiermark. Yep, that's pretty much what I'd want. Groom to rule is okay. The reason why groom to rule doesn't really matter is because we have no, we have no children, so therefore it does nothing right now. Part of the family doesn't matter because close family is not including our uncles. Close family, I think, would be our mother, our sister, and our half-sister. I don't think it would be anything beyond that. But I can probably check it. It probably tells you on the screen. So that would be parents, grandparents, children, grandchildren, siblings. Yeah, so currently that's going to be just the people who I said. Bound by blood, I don't think we need, because we don't have house members who hold land outside of our realm. Sound foundations, each living child gives you 1 random skill point. Again, no children. Yeah, so none of this is really doing anything for us right now. True ruler is not really that important, because offer vassalization only matters if you are the top level liege, which we're not, like independent. And it really only matters if you're like emperor, maybe like a really large king. But anyway. Don't care about legend spread chance. Level of fame impact, we have no fame, so yeah, this again is doing nothing for us. So diplomat, you'd want defensive negotiations. I mean, learning languages is fine. Alliance is giving you diplomacy is cool, I guess, because we already have the max number. Like, well, we have 4. So 1 more alliance from defensive negotiations, and all of a sudden we're at 5, and we get 5 diplomacy. What's 5 diplomacy in real terms? Oh, you can't hover over diplomacy here. It's some monthly prestige and some general opinion. Just kind of nice, I guess. Yeah. It's kind of nice. Forced vassalage, we can't do because you have to be independent, I believe. Yeah. Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you just need to be a higher rank than an independent person nearby, which means you have to be a king rank, probably, internally, for that to be really useful. Ducal conquest, I don't think is important. Adaptive traditions, flexible truces. Flexible truces is kind of okay, so you can just break truces effectively. I mean, I kind of like the bloody grand wedding option. That would be a way of getting rid of Steiermark. Okay, so this is option number 1, is we go in here, we go diplomat, we go down to embassies, and then we go down to flexible truces, then we go down here, accepting that these 2 are dead traits, and then we take accomplished forger into diplomat. This will end up with us getting like 8 extra diplomacy from going down the pass, plus maybe an extra 3 from having foreign affairs focus or something, or 2 from family focus. So we could end up with like 21 diplomacy. The other option is that we do wandering lifestyle, Probably not Inspector. Inspector's more for when you have a lot of internal realm stuff, right? Although gain development and control in owned counties when hosting activities. I guess this would allow us to boost up our internal holdings quite a lot. Holding an inspection activity will also apply local arbitration to that county. Local arbitration is in one of these. I'm trying to figure out which one. Oh, it's there. Right, unlocks local arbitration decision to improve a county in their current location. And no stone unturned effects go up. So increased development control in owned counties when hosting activities in them. And then Inspector gives you a long reign bonus. I mean, this is fine if you want to. I think you need maybe a few more domain holdings than we have, but basically what you could do is you could get to no stone unturned and continually hold feasts and hunts in your capital to increase development and control. Wayfarer. This is about legend stuff, right? So I don't think this is the right path for us. Although diplomacy per level of fame maybe eventually could be worth it, but no. Makes mercenaries cheaper. Gain access to the monument expedition activity, which is quite good. I think it gives you some good bonuses. I can't remember what they are, but I think it gives you some good bonuses. Learn language, phase length, 250 days faster per scheme phase. That's huge if you want to just learn a ton of languages, which has its own benefits. And then you can learn more languages and get bonuses from going to point of interest. The bonuses from point of interest would be lifestyle experience. So getting 30% extra, so you're talking like you get 150 from a normal one. So you would get like 45 extra like lifestyle experience. It's not bad. Why did I say 45? Is that right? That's right, isn't it? No. Yeah, that's right. Just questioning myself. This one just gives you like nice bonuses when you go there. Souvenirs aplenty. Your capital will gain development if you return from a travel to a more developed destination. There aren't that many more developed destinations for us, but there are a few that we could go to. We could go to Rome on a pilgrimage. We could go to Constantinople. We could go to... yeah, many places. Okay. So there is potential for that one. Gain 10 opinion with anyone traveling to your capital. Gain 10 opinion when visiting someone's capital. Court aptitude increases per known language. Nice. Lowers activity options cost. And then Voyager. Travel speed, diplomatic range. Okay, so what I would think you would do here, I think here are 3 options. Because I don't think I'm going to do something in martial stewardship, intrigue, or learning right now. I think our options are A, diplomacy. Go down here, get ourselves embassies, gets us more diplomacy, get ourselves lower truces, get ourselves alliances, get a bunch of alliances, and then use that to like turn it into like some kind of war. Especially with maybe if we do a bloody grand wedding, get Steermark involved. We could do something with that. We have Inspector, which is we're going to hold a ton of feasts, we're going to hold a ton of hunts. It's all going to be internally within our realm. We're going to boost up our development, and we're going to boost up control and holdings, and make our one holding incredible. Right, that's what Inspector kind of seems like. And then Voyager, this is, I'm going to go somewhere far away, so we're probably going to hold like a university visit, go really far away, get a ton of bonuses while going there, then choose somewhere else, go very far away, get a ton of bonuses coming back. That's what this one seems like. We're going to try and go to as many things that are as far away as possible and go to as many points of interest as possible. I kind of like Voyager. I don't know if I've ever done one which like has truly gone into Monument Expedition as much as it's suggesting here. Learn language I think would be quite useful. I do like the idea of going to university as well on this character, because that would get us diplomacy perks. And we could maybe even get to defensive negotiations via going to university, which I think would be better. How much does it cost us? Let's just work it out. Now, obviously, we could go to Constantinople here. Let's just say I want to go here. I want to study hard. Although, actually, I always do study hard. We could always try this one as well. The Golilardic lifestyle. I never tried that, but we could. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 300 is the best one. So I guess we'd have to go like, well, how much did it cost? 378. If we wanted to go now, we would go with something like that. Maybe throw in like a mercenary guards and a mountaineer. 250. I mean, obviously there are other options for getting there. That's possible. Does it cost much due to journey length? No, nothing due to journey length. Okay. Okay, I think there's like actual potential here. I mean, I probably wouldn't take that route in there, and I'd probably travel a little bit more on the way back, but there's extreme amounts of potential, and if we can go over here, we can get a ton of lifestyle experience for free. I mean, if you go to Constantinople, you get a ton of lifestyle experience as well. I can't remember whether the sightseeing events are bugged if you travel to them. I think that was what we found previously. I don't know if they're still bugged. So I think what happened was if you travel through somewhere, you get the sightseeing event. But if you travel to somewhere, you don't get the sightseeing event. But I don't know if that's still the case. It's been several patches since we last tried. And then you get a bunch of wander experience for going. Which wander experience is huge. Because if we go and have a look at this, you'll see that the main benefit from these is that you get 20% wandering lifestyle experience on each level, and that stacks. So you get 10 for the starting trait, an extra 20 here, so that puts you up to 30, and then an extra 20, so that puts you up to 50% wandering lifestyle experience just by doing that. Yeah, I think that's our path forward. I think that's what we're going to do. Do I want diplomacy, stewardship, intrigue, or martial stewardship? The point of interest prestige is quite nice, because that means that you're then stacking this up very quickly. Just getting you to distinguished, it's getting you to the higher levels, it's getting you more opinion, it's getting you more knights. I think that is what you want, yeah. So we're going to go destination focus. There's a world out there waiting to be seen. And then we're going to potentially do that. Although we could also hold a funeral first, because we actually the legitimacy would be quite nice. How much does a funeral cost? Remembering that we don't have a ton of money. Probably want to hold a funeral somewhere where there's a temple. Okay. Well, let me just have a look here. So this is Rothenburg. Yeah, let's hold the temple. Let's hold the funeral in Rothenburg, because that's where our father grew up. So let's do that. We're gonna head over there. It's gonna be for Duke Otto. Yeah, might be go for humble celebrations. Means we're not going to be able to afford our university trip right away, but that's okay. I'm going to invite everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to invite absolutely everybody to this. The Byzantine Emperor probably doesn't need to be invited, to be fair. But I mean, if I want to invite anyone of a high rank, I have to do that. Wait, which rival is being invited? Because it did say that that was going up initially, but I guess it didn't. Okay. Let's take out nearby adventurers. Take out tributaries, not that there are any confederates. I want to take out potential friends. It still isn't reducing this at all. Court guests aren't invited. Potential lovers. Wow, I keep clicking on these and nobody like gets taken out. Let's do that. I'm going to invite as many people as I can, and our goal will be to mourn. Although we could also murder Steermark if they happen to be coming. Is Steermark coming? to this thing? Steer mark, steer mark, steer mark. Oh, right, we're way down here, so they're probably not even invited. Oh, no, they are. May not arrive in time. Do you want to murder this guy? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say I want to murder him if there's an opportunity. Yeah. That seems good. Now, is this dangerous? It is. I need a forest guide. Let's do that. It's now a lot less dangerous. Okay. Start funeral. And let's go. Heading over here. Alliance formed with Eckhard. Alliance formed with Bernard. Pilgrim's quarters are finished in Ottoberg, so that's good. It gets us a little extra money, a little bit of plague resistance. Very nice. Wet nurse position is vacated. That's because we no longer have anyone who's eligible to be, we no longer have any children who are eligible to have a wet nurse. Because our grandfather did, because he still had young children, but obviously we don't have any, so yeah, that's why it's no longer relevant, I believe. I think that's how that position works. Yeah. Actually, are they even at my court any longer? Yeah, they are at my court. Okay. We should probably ask them both to take the vows, but we'll see. Anyway. Arrival. Wunschmünster is to be Otto's final resting place, and I'm left alone to gather my thoughts and prepare for the arrival of the honoured mourners. I can't find Margrave Adalberto anywhere yet. I eagerly wait for his arrival so my plan to murder him can finally start. Alright. Well, this is where I'm going to end the episode for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.